This is a prayer when, it sounds simple, but if you absolutely do it like you're told to, you'll get real results every time. But just like when we get a new recipe for something, or a new way of doing things, and somebody writes down the instructions, we kind of like to take shortcuts, you know? And so, well, I don't think this cake needs 3 eggs. I think 2 eggs will be enough, you know, because I ran out of eggs. But you're not going to get the same result, you know? And if somebody tells you you need all these parts to put together a widget for in your house, you say, look at all these parts. We don't need that part. I had a guy do that in my house. He put up a ceiling fan, and he ended up having a couple of parts left over. I said, what are those for? He said, well, they don't really mean anything. He said, these aren't much. He said, it's all done. It works just fine. So he left, and I whipped the thing on, and it was vroom, 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 vroom. It was unbalanced, so it was making these noises. The little things he forgot to put in were the things that balanced the fan wheels, so that it wouldn't go womp, 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 womp. But you see, little things like that, and we do that in prayer too, don't we? We just want to take a shortcut. And maybe if I don't put in this, or I don't think about this, it'll be okay. So I'm going to go through this with you. I'm going to go through these steps of prayer. And when I'm doing it, please think about how simple it sounds, okay? And then think again, and think again, and think again, okay? The step number 1 is recognition. Invoke the presence of God. God is the substance and source of all there is, but we must bring God into the situation, condition, or circumstance. We do this by defining the nature of God. So we begin the prayer by saying everything that you believe about God. The richness, anything on your own terms, that God is generous, God is spirit, God is energy, God is love, God is power. All of these things, whatever it is you believe about God, that's what you're going to identify. You're going to recognize that there's only one God and one life. And God is all of that. There's nothing outside of God. It's all God. So you identify with recognition, you know. That's to build your faith. That's to reinforce your faith, you know, that God is an overwhelming power of good right here where I am in the situation that concerns me. Spiritualize your ideas about God into your words. Recognize that whatever you want to accomplish, that God is the doer. It is the Father who doeth the work, not you. So relax, kick back, and don't try to will it to happen, because it just doesn't work. And number 2 step is unification. And from the book of Genesis, we know that we are created in the image and likeness of God. We are spirit and we are light. We are a reflection of God. God is light, love, light, peace, harmony, joy, strength, and wisdom. And so are we. So are we. Our self-image is dependent upon our relationship with God. Nothing else. Is there any part of that you guys don't understand? Nope. Nothing else. Nothing else. We are that image and likeness of God. We must unify with the truth that whatever God is to do, it must be done through us individually. Must be done through us. Now, number 3 is realization. When we speak, God speaks through us. Our good desires are God's desires for us. We are forever individualizing infinite power and intelligence. Infinite intelligence within us. Our world is God's world. What we see on the invisible side of life, we are creating in our experience. heighten your imagination, see success, loving companionship, health, happiness, and freedom. So in that third step, you're going to say what it is that you want. What is it not only that you want, because we have a lot of wants, but what am I really willing to accept in my life? If you're thinking about treating for money, don't give it this old wimpy stuff of kind of, okay, what I really want is enough money to pay my rent this month. Please, hope I can have it. No. You do like, oh, hell, I'm well. You demand what you're going to receive. Say, right now, I know that I have more than enough money to pay all of my bills and have plenty left over to do with as I please. So that's real easy, isn't it? Because you know it, you're embodying it, you're trusting God. And then number 4 is thanksgiving. I like this one. Rejoice and be glad. Allow the gladness in your heart to create the energy of thanksgiving. Feel the joy of having your prayer answered. Ask, knowing that it is. You've got it. Be glad for it. Truly build a belief that it is done. Thank God for it. Be one with it. In other words, you're so grateful because you know you got that rent money and plenty left over. So there's no reason to be anything but joyous about it, right? So if you say, well, gee, thank you. I really appreciate God. And then try it. And then what I really love is try to con God. You're really wonderful, God. You're really terrific, God. See where it gets you. No place. It's really funny. And so you're going to be thankful. Thank you because you've already got it. That's what you have to be in that place of that you've already, it's already occurred, it's already outpictured in your life. And then release. This is the good part. Let it go, let it grow, give up your feelings about it, trust that you have given it over to an infinite intelligence that knows what to do and how to do it. Trust that no matter how serious your issue may seem, it is divinely outmatched. Move on to something else. Keep knowing that it's all God, all good. Alan Cohen says, he writes, holding on to prayer beyond its due time is an affirmation of lack of faith and will bear negative results. After you've gotten clear on what you want, affirmed your deservingness to have it, and ask God for help, any more energy you invest will only backfire. When you over-pray, you're saying, in effect, I don't believe that God has heard my request or that he will answer it, so I better keep badgering him until I get what I want.